Hello there, I'm Scotty. You're not. Welcome back to the Halloween episode reviews. This is now from the vault because this came out in 2014. So, I'm on an episode of Henry Danger entitled Jasper Danger. Yes, I've already talked to you about Henry Danger during Nick Month, so you know what that is. In this episode, it's a Halloween episode, and in the episode, the kids are going trick or treating. They're in middle school, and they're at least 13. That's a little bit over trick or treating, but that's fine. And the hook of this episode is that Jasper has told this girl Monica that he likes that he is the real Kid Danger, and she believes him. Now, if she believes him, she's as stupid as Jeff. But yeah. Anyway, so this was early in season 1, which means there was no Schwaz. The Schwaz didn't show up till later in season 1 because they had Gooch. Gooch was the assistant for Captain Man, the first assistant for Captain Man before they wrote him off. They didn't really write him off. They brought in Schwaz, and then there were like a couple episodes where they were both around, and then Gooch was just gone. So I don't know. I'm not centered enough. So start off the episode at the school where Jasper is talking to Monica, and this is one of those instances that, and I looked up the ages because I'm like, she looks older than them, and she is, because they are all maybe not. I thought they were early. They're all early 20s now, but they might have been the same age. Maybe, I don't know. But she looks older, maybe a couple years older. I don't know. I didn't. Yeah, she's 25 now, which makes me feel old because they're all in their 20s now. And I remember when they were 13 and just little. But yeah, you can make my son feel old because he was. This came out in 2014. He was 3. He was 3. And now he's 14. So it's 11 years ago. Don't like that. Anyway, so he has told her that he is Kid Danger. This is done off screen for some reason. Just, I don't know why. But yeah, he is told that he's Kid Danger. She's not supposed to keep it secret. And Charlotte knows that he told her somehow. Because I guess Jasper can tell his friends that he told someone he's Kid Danger, but they know he's faking it, I guess. And they do know because Charlotte knows that Henry is Kid Danger. Yes. And so they're going to go trick-or-treating together, so there's that. Meanwhile, back at the Hart household, parents are dressed up like a garbage man and trash. Yeah, so they're getting ready to go. Charlotte is mac and cheese for some reason. Henry is a zombie tennis player, which he says is original. And then a kid dressed as a zombie tennis player answers the door, and he's like, "Stole my costume." And then the parents come downstairs dressed as a garbage bag, or a garbage man and a trash. And they said, "We're going to a Halloween party." They're like, no, you're taking Piper out trick-or-treating. You're like, "No, you are." And then they're like, "But that's not what we agreed on." And I like the dad's response of, "Sorry, I gotta take the trash out." Mom goes, "That's me." And they leave. "Sorry, I gotta take out the trash." "That's me." And Piper is not happy because she wanted the Taylor Swift costume. And the dad accidentally got her a Jonathan Swift costume. Which, I know the kid got that reference so very much. I'm sure the kids got that reference because I didn't when I first watched it with my son. I didn't know. I had to look it up who Jonathan Swift was. It was somebody. He was back in. It was like a politician or something back in the days of Ben Franklin or stuff like that. But nobody really knows. Like Charlotte tries to explain it, but they're like, look at her. She's like, "What? I know things." Or I can't be smart. So they start going trick or treating, and Jasper shows up. No, before they go trick or treating, Jasper shows up as Kid Danger in costume. I do like how she asked, "Hey, how come your costume doesn't look like the real Kid Danger costume?" And he's like, I have to wear this fake one so that no one knows I'm the real Kid Danger. I can't wear the real costume," which actually is the one smart thing that Jasper does in this episode to explain that. So, yeah. So just as they're about to start trick or treating, I gotta say it like the dad from that So Raven. This is they're about to start trick or treating. Henry gets a beeping on his whiz watch, which is what summons him to Captain Man. So they have to go do junk and stuff, which is where Henry works. Piper, unsurprisingly, doesn't want to go. She wants to go trick or treating, but Jasper, of course, doesn't want to take Piper with them because it's a third wheel thing. He wants to be alone with his grilly friend. So they split up, and this is where the episode's plot happens. Because there's really no reason to split them up. Because when they get the junk and stuff, well, first of all, they knock out Piper with the laser thing that knocks people out. They take her there, they leave him with Gooch as they go downstairs, and Ray just summoned them there to show them his lobster cheerleader costume. And you could tell this is early in the show's run because they were still trying to do that Sam and Cat humor, where it's like, you look more lobster than a cheerleader. Well, I didn't have room for the lobster boobs. That humor kind of goes away in the later seasons, but then I don't know. And that's why he summoned them there. And then, meanwhile, in the Jasper plotline, they spot someone trying to steal a car, or a piece of a car. And it's Jeff. The dumbest criminal in Swellview. By reasoning that he's not trying to steal the whole car, just a part of it. I'm trying to steal a part of this car. I'm like, a part of the car? Why not the whole car? Why a part of it? So, because Jasper has convinced this stupid girl that he's Kid Danger, he's like, oh, we gotta call the cops. She goes, we don't need to call the cops. He's like, we don't? No, because Kid Danger is here. He's like, yeah. So he tries to stand up to Jeff, and Jeff is stupid anyway. He's like, oh, hey, great stew. It's not a stew. I'm Kid Danger. Okay. I'm trying to steal a part of this car. I'm like, you're so stupid. And like, so because Jeff thinks he's really Kid Danger, he kidnaps him and then calls in a ransom to Captain Man. Which, this computer thing it's weird. Sometimes they have to do the gum and turn into Captain Man and Kid Danger so that they don't see him. But here it's like a video message or something that's sent. Jeff's like, hey, I got your sidekick or whatever, and his little girly friend, and his woman is what he says, and Kid Danger's woman, and I want like $1 million and 2 big and beefies from Inside Out Burger, which is a running thing in this. It's their version of In-N-Out with fries, and they're like, I'm like, that is. They're like, oh my god, that's diabolical. I know, no one can eat 2 big and beefies, especially with fries. So like, Dead Man's like, okay, Henry, let's go. He goes, wait, I can't go. They're like, he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, Jasper told that girl he's Kid Danger. If I show up as Kid Danger, it proves that he's lying, so he can't go. True. So Ray has to go on his own, and a part of me always wants, when he does the gum, because he's still wearing the lobster cheerleader costume, for the lobster part to be underneath his costume, because there are times that they morph in other costumes and they just instantaneously in the. I'm like, really? Like, there's no everything else that they're wearing. What happened? What happens when they turn back? Do they turn back into the regular one or what? I don't know. So he goes on his own, and meanwhile, Gooch has had enough. He's got to take his nephew, who is mentioned a couple times, he's got to take his nephew trick or treating. So he leaves Piper in the man cave. I don't want to tell you how wrong that is. If Ray was still there, he would have flipped out. You cannot leave her in the man cave. What if she woke up, saw them in the man cave? She would know. 4 seasons before she's supposed to know. Spoiler alert, she does find. Everyone finds out. Almost. All the main characters, even the parents. Spoiler alert. Jasper finds out towards the end of season 4. By accident, because he says he knows Henry's secret, and it turns out it's something completely different. But before Charlotte can tell Henry tells him they get dating. And then Piper finds out sometime in season 5. The parents find out in the series finale. I do this because it's more building the spin-off than it is being a finale. Finale is what I said. A finale. But yeah, everyone in their life, except for maybe Oliver and Sydney. And Sydney disappears after a while. And the teacher. And the many girlfriends. So many girlfriends. What they do, I'm going to rant on it here. What they do with the girlfriends in this. So the first love interest that Henry has is Chloe, played by Jade Pettyjohn, who's in that All My Friends Are Dead movie that I haven't reviewed yet, but I might. I don't know. I might do some extra ones in October. I don't know yet. It's not October yet for me. Then she gets written off because the actress got busy, and she goes to this reality show called Kids in the Woods. They bring in a new interest, Bianca, played by Maeve Tumulty. And she is there a little bit longer. They even do a thing, what's her face from the Jumanji movie? I can't think of her name right now. Iceman. Madison Iceman plays another female character who is like a love interest. She's a bad girl, because the episode's called Henry and the Bad Girl. And so she's sort of a love interest. Then there's an episode where Henry and 3 girls, it's a 2-part where all 3 of them are there. He ends up choosing Bianca. And a couple of episodes later, they say, well, Henry's all upset. And Ray's like, what's wrong with him? Oh, his girlfriend got cast on that show, Kids in the Woods. He's like, yeah. I forgot her. Chloe? We already went through this. No, his new girlfriend, Bianca. They used the same excuse when the actress wasn't available anymore. Seriously? And we never see any of those girls ever again, I don't think. Or the girl in this episode, by the way. Even though she thinks that Jasper is Kid Danger, we never go. Anyway, back to the plot. So, Jeff, dumbest criminal in Smallville, he's an idiot. Not only has he kidnapped who he thinks is Kid Danger and Kid Danger's woman, he brings him back to his own goddamn apartment. Why would you do that? Don't bring him to your home. Which, by the way, Captain Man seems to know exactly where he's going to be. I don't think he ever tells him where to bring him. Anyway, I like how Captain Man opens the door. He just has enough with Jeff. He hates Jeff. Jeff is so annoying. He's so stupid. Because they're like, good luck. I don't need luck. It's Jeff. Because he's stupid. So he comes in, he opens the door, like, Captain Man! And he shuts the door again, breaks the door down, and Jeff's like, dude, it wasn't even locked. I know. It's like, oh, okay, so I don't see any hamburgers. Where's my big and beefies? The only big and beefy, this was a joke. The only big and beefy you'll get is your cellmate in prison tonight. Okay, but what about my $1 million? Only big and beefy you'll get is your cellmate in prison. Jeez. I swear, these jokes don't stick around. This is left over from the Sam and Cat days. At least I don't think there's any more. I'm doing one more episode, so we'll see. But, yeah. So then, Ray pretends, or Captain Man, excuse me, realism. Captain Man pretends that Jasper is actually Kid Danger, and he unties him, and he's like, hey. He's like, okay. Hit him. He's like, this is for kidnapping my girlfriend and everything. He hits Jeff, and he just kind of bounces on him, and Captain Man uses the laser thing to knock him out like they did with Piper. And, so he's out, and they take him to the corner and say, hey, I'm not really Kid Danger. I know you're not really Kid Danger. Don't you think you should tell your girlfriend about it? Like, oh, okay. So, Captain Man goes to take Jeff back to jail, and Jasper does not tell her. He unties her, and it's like, so what did Captain Man say? He said, he wanted to give me a raise, or something like that. He's like, oh, and then that's it for that plot line. I mean, we never see her again at all. Because there's a later episode where Jasper has a different girlfriend. It's Baby Ariel, or whatever her name is. The Winter from Zombies. And there's the thing where she's allergic to everything. And has to wear like a hazmat suit, and there's a cactus involved, and it's later. Meanwhile, back at the man cave, they brought her back up the elevator that goes way too fast. And there's a joke where it's like, don't drop her. Don't what? Drop her. Okay. So she drops. You told me to. No, I didn't. She starts waking up. She's like, what happened? They're like, you ate some bad candy. Yeah, real bad candy. And we snap cut. This ending is wild, I think. I forgot about this ending. She's complaining as they're going up the steps to the Hart house. And he's like, I don't think I ate bad candy. I'm telling Mom and Dad. No, you did. It really did. That's what happened. I don't think so. Which, it kind of proves that she's smarter because, like, they didn't even start trick-or-treating yet, but she got knocked out. She ate bad candy. Whatever. This parent and his kid show up. And the kid is also dressed like Jonathan Swift. And Piper's like, oh, are you Jonathan Swift? Me too. And then they run off to go trick-or-treating. And Henry is just going to go in the house. I don't think Charlotte's there anymore. And then tells her, it's okay, I'll look after the kids. And he shuts the door. And you hear this weird laugh. And his eyes glow. I'm like, okay. Him being an evil thing. And this notwithstanding. Do not leave your kids or little siblings with a strange man who just showed up on your porch. That's a no-no. Henry, you are not a good big brother here. As a big brother myself, I know you should go with them. Though he's only 13, so that's not smart either. You say, hey, Piper, nah, we didn't know all these people. She would probably bitch and moan, but still. Do not do that. Don't do that. It's no. And that's the end of the episode. And this is tilted again. I didn't realize it tilted. That's what happens when you don't look at it. So I'm going to be crooked for this episode. But you have to... There? No, it's not. How are ya? Just seems off. I think I got it. So yeah, that's how the episode ends. So... Happy Hanukkah. Which is a joke from my colleague that I didn't mention in the Halloween episode because that's what it was in. So you're not going to get that. But anyway, what are your thoughts on this episode? If it comes to you should like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.